Let's get the thoughts of Saqi Al-Makhadhi, a UK-based Syrian freelance journalist who's joined me here, and we're very grateful for your time. I know that you are in constant contact with your colleagues back at home. What are they saying to you about where we now are?
Well, really, the lights are going out in Damascus. The final few elite who have stuck it out until now are leaving Damascus. They're leaving the city because they're scared of the imminent attack. And really, Syrians are torn at the moment. They've been calling, many of them have been calling for Western military intervention, either by supplying the rebels or through direct action for 2.5 years. And they believe the West has been silent on that. That's what they're saying. And they believe that now, only after chemical weapons have been used, the West is going to take some kind of action, but not go far enough and not tip the balance of power in Syria.
And how is it being reported in Syria? I mean, there's a very, very tight control, of course, on the media, because, of course, the Assad government is saying they had nothing to do with this, now inviting our MPs over to come and have a look themselves.
Well, really, the Syrian regime missed a trick. When Jihad Maqdisi, who was the former foreign ministry spokesman, last year admitted that hinted that they had chemical weapons, but said they would never use them against their own people. That really broke the taboo and finally released into the wild the information that, yeah, actually the Syrian regime does have chemical weapons. So now they're trying to firefight and say, well, actually, yes, we do have chemical weapons, but this wasn't us. This was the rebels. And that's what they point to in previous smaller attacks. So I think now what they're trying to do is firefight. They're saying that they're talking up the firebomb that will explode, they believe, when the West attacks, and they say that they will take retaliatory action.
There may be a delay politically here, but they think these attacks are coming, do they?
They believe that they are imminent. They're trying to delay them as much as possible by inviting the weapons inspectors to stay longer. Today, the Syrians have invited a delegation of UK parliamentarians to go to Syria, and all of this is about playing the long game, delaying as long as possible and sowing the seeds of doubt in the Western public mind to delay and possibly, hopefully, in their eyes, avert Western military attack.
And you said at the start that the lights were going out. Does that suggest that they think that some of the targets that may be hit, if we get to that point, are there in Damascus?
Oh yeah, the targets are in Damascus. They're right in the centre of the city. And you know what Damascans are most worried about is that these targets are spread across the city. They're very worried that, the military targets are very close to civilian targets and that civilians could possibly be hit. And that's why, Syrian Damascus civilians are kind of hunkering down and trying to get out of the city now.
Okay, Saqi Al-Makhadhi, thanks very much for your time. Just a reminder and a pointer that the debate itself here in the Commons starts at 2:30. The debate starts in the Lords at 3:30. We will have coverage throughout the day and, of course, talk of all of those amendments and the vote. There will be full coverage throughout the day here on BBC News. Plenty more from me in the next few minutes. Now, though, it is back to you there in the studio.